What's popping out there, world? And welcome to another edition of TJ Sports Nation, presented by your boy TJ, straight out of KC. Just figured I'd hop on real quick, man, at the charging station, getting some charge before work. Figure we wrap real quick, man. Who really would win at 168 between your boy, Terrence Bud Crawford, arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, pound for pound fighter to ever step foot in the ring, Canelo Alvarez, Saul at 168. Now, Terrence Crawford, he's defined the odds. He's came all the way from 135 and has flat out said he'll fight as heavy as 154, maybe even 160, right? And we've watched Canelo come down from 154, and he's fought as heavy as 175. He even had talks of fighting at cruiserweight at one point in his career. I think it would be a very competitive fight, even with Crawford making the leap that he would make. You know what I'm saying? Stylistically, I think it's a nightmare for Canelo. Canelo don't do too good against people that know how to move. You know what I'm saying? He's better against fighters that are more stationary. In this case, we talking about Terrence Crawford, who can switch his stances, has excellent footwork, and is very, very versatile. It's hard to beat. Does Canelo have the advantage from a weight standpoint? Yes, because he's fought at 68. He's became undisputed at 68. He's done a lot of different things at 68. That would make the fight interesting. And Canelo already said, you know, he's not gonna ever try to make 160 again. So we know that fight between those two would not happen at 160. It would not happen at 160. So I like the fight, even though I don't think that it's ever gonna happen. I like the fight. I like the idea of the fight. I think it's a interesting matchup to say the least because of the resumes with these two. I mean, you think about it, Canelo has been in the ring with the likes of Triple G, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Sergio Kovalev, you know what I'm saying? Dimitri Bivol, Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he's been in the ring with them all. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at Crawford, Sean Porter, Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Gamboa. I mean, Crawford had been in the ring with some dogs. You know what I'm saying? Mean Machine. You know what I'm saying? I think Canelo's resume is a lot better, but he's been in the ring with some dogs. He has been in the ring with some dogs. So you can't just knock the situation. You know what I'm saying? But I think it would be a very highly competitive fight. I give the edge to Crawford just because stylistically, like I said, Canelo doesn't really do too good against real athletic fighters. Canelo's feet and knees are gone, bro. Slow as hell now. We ain't talking about no Billy Joe Saunders, man. We talking about Terrence Bud Crawford, man. The man that we just watched dismantle Earl Spence Jr. This is a totally different fight. Totally different fight. So understand this shit. Understand this shit. I like it. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but I like it. I like the thought of it. I idea of it, and it would sell. It would sell. It sell out of any venue. It don't matter where you try to have a fight at. You can have it in Japan. It's gonna sell out because of who these two are and the legacies that they built. I like the idea of it. I do. I do. But I don't see the point and why we would ever see it though. Because I doubt it ever happens. But the thought is very intriguing and very entertaining at the end of the day. At the end of the day. So, we'll see. This shit been getting brought up a lot lately. Crawford Canelo, and like I said, I'm no hater. I rooted for Spence to beat Crawford. And, Earl came up short. And Crawford proved he was just, he was the better fighter that night. Does it mean that, he's the better fighter between those two? We have to see that second fight at 154. See, Crawford still got business to handle, man, at 154. Earl's breaking his silence and has said, man, this shit ain't over with. And he ain't playing. Earl ain't playing. I still give Earl Spence Jr. a puncher's chance at 154 to pull off the upset. Because at that point, it would be deemed an upset between those two. I still give him a chance. He might have lost the first fight, but I still give him a chance. I mean, he got dominated the first fight, but I still give him a chance. Yes, sir. Crawford got a lot of fights to look forward to. Possibility of him and Charlo at 154 after Charlo and Canelo fight, which I give the edge to Charlo. But but I'm basing that off the size and the fact that Charlo's bigger than Canelo and things of that nature. But I'm also looking at it like Canelo's 9 times out of 10 probably gonna win that fight because Charlo to me at times is undisciplined. You go back and you talk about the Tony Harrison fight, the first one, he wasn't listening to anything Derek James was saying. He was going in there doing the complete opposite. You cannot do that shit against Canelo, man. You have to be on your shit, ready to rock. You can't go in there playing no games like that. You will get knocked out. I'm telling you. Canelo had no choice but to take one of these fights because at the end of the day, you know, he tried to run it back against my boy Bivol. He was gonna get beat even worse this time. Canelo was gonna get beat even worse this time. Guarantee you that. Because to me, Bivol is just better skilled. He's longer, he's lengthier, got a better jab, now to set his shots up better. And he wasn't scared to go toe to toe with Canelo. That's what I respect about him. That's what I respect about Bivol. Now, make no mistake about it, Canelo is, one of the best boxers to ever do it. He is that guy and has been that guy for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But we talking Terrence Crawford, Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm sorry, Jamel Charlo. This is a different breed right here, man. Like I said, this ain't no Liam Smith or no Billy Joe Saunders. None of that shit. This is the real deal Holyfield right here, man. But If Canelo on September 30th gets past Charlo, guess what? He's putting the divisions on notice at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because Lil Charlo's moving up from 154 to 68. That's a big leap. Yeah, walking around at 168 in real life and fighting at that weight is two different things. Two different things, two different situations, yo. Understand that. I look forward to seeing what the future holds, man. Crawford earned my respect more than anything with that dominant performance over Earl. But right now, I don't think we need to be talking about a Canelo fight. Not right now. You got unfinished business to handle with Earl. And if he shall get past Earl again, wouldn't be a reason for a third fight, right? Charlo get past Canelo. It's set up for a showdown of all showdowns against two cats that don't like each other at all. Come on, y'all. When he knocked Earl out or knocked him down, it was probably early in the fight, one of them early knockdowns. Terrence was talking shit to Charlo while Earl was trying to get up. That lets you know Crawford, he better than I thought he was. Crawford is a bad man, bro. Tell him. I respect him. He earned it. He earned my respect 1,000%, yo. So at the end of the day, we got some big fights to look forward to in the future, especially with Crawford and especially with Canelo. But them two actually banging each other in the future, I don't ever see that fight happen. It's hopeful wishing. Canelo says, "Oh, Crawford too small, too small. He not coming all the way down to 160. If the fight was to ever happen, it'd have to fight at 168." Well, shit. Crawford's next fight probably gonna be against Spence at 154, and you fighting a guy that has, conquered the 154 weight division. So what difference does it make? Yeah, Crawford came from 135. He's fought as small as 135 and possibly fight as heavy as 168 against Canelo. Man, that's big, bruh. And that's respect, bruh. Like a motherfucker. I would hope that fight would get made one day, but just looking at the politics and shit, I don't think it will, and I don't think Canelo really want to take the chances because he knows Crawford will give him problems. Canelo too flat-footed, man. Crawford will give him hell, man. Hell. Trust me on that. But hell of a fantasy matchup, though. Hell of a fantasy matchup. Shall be interesting, man. We'll see. But like I said, I'm edging September 30th out towards Charlo, but I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo won. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and we're just waiting to see. I'm not anticipating anything else with Crawford till next year. And it's most likely gonna be him and Earl in a rematch at 154. That's the truth. That's the truth, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow night. I want everybody to come tap in with me tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We're gonna talk boxing for an hour, man. I wouldn't mind opening the panel up. Come on in. Let's talk some boxing. Let's talk Haney and Shakur and Haney and Regis. And is Haney running?